All right, guys, giving you guys another chance. Like this video, comment on it. If we get 2,000 likes on this video, you guys will have a chance to win a swag pack. I'll go through the comments, pick a winner, and send you guys an LS Nasty swag pack. So go down, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment. Enjoy today's video. You gonna hit up with the intro?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
You're not gonna, you do the intro.
Hey, what?
I mean, all right, y'all, welcome back to another video. We got FC on the camera. Coyote Nasty, say what up.
Hey, what's up? How y'all?
I'm kind of retarded.
I love it. I love it. All right, we are here in the shop today. It is Saturday, and this is the real crew right here. We got Travis assembling. He's our Harbor Freight assembly guy and cleanup and cameraman. We got David. He is cameraman, cleanup guy, wiring. He puts smoke switches on all our trucks because we do it like that. And then we've just been cleaning up the shop, getting nice and clean. After like a week's worth of work, if you guys notice the start of the videos, like on a Monday, the shop's really clean. And by Friday, like every flat surface is just piled up with shit. And then on Saturday, if we're not racing, we come in here and try to clean it up. So trying to get a little bit of work done. Clean up wasn't too bad. What's the shop temperature right now?
70 degrees.
70 degrees. I had both. Look at these right here. No like installed heat in the shop, kind of budget. Due to budget cuts, we just go and get some diesel and warm up the shop. It works great. It's 28 degrees outside, 70 in here, so we're feeling real good. Got a Saturday delivery. Was not expecting this from my guys over at TISS Fab. Go to tissfab.com. Is the first link in the description below. That is really what is making Hank such a badass car. Running full titanium exhaust. TISS Fab has all of your stainless, all your titanium. They got our two bungs. They got V-bands. They got fries that cross your eyes. They got it all. So go over to TISS Fab if you are looking to get any materials. They got these sick teardrops, which these things are absolutely badass. You can get all this titanium stuff in 3 different colors. This is like, I think they're a natural finish. They have it in like blue and like a gold as well, like the heat treated style stuff. So absolutely sick. 20% off using code LSNasty, so you can't miss it. And this stuff here is just sick. So you guys saw in the last video, just tacked up a couple of the exhaust pieces. And when I first got all my stuff from TISS Fab, I didn't know how much or what really the layout of the build, how everything was going to go. And I quickly realized that I needed some more of these 90s. So I get these pre-fab 90s, which are super sweet, super convenient. They look great with the pie cuts. The welding on them is unbelievable. Extremely light. You would not believe how light they are. So I have these, and then I have some pie cuts, and I'm just kind of using the 90s to get me close, and then the pie cuts to really get me exactly where I need to be. But I think it works out. 3 90s on each side will get me right to where I need to be, and then teardrops. So I also got some 4-inch titanium V-bands, just in case. I don't know how far out I'm going to stick the teardrops. If I can keep them close to the body, where it's something where I'll go in and out of a trailer just fine, we'll be good to go. But if it's something where they're like bullhorns, where they're out real far, it's a good idea to put a V-band like kind of just inside the bumper, somewhere where it's easily accessible. That way, if you got to load it up, trailer's got some big fenders on it or something goofy, you can take the tips off so you don't mess the tips up. Or maybe we're just going to go bullhorns. I mean, what's your thought on that?
Either way, that's going to look pretty, no matter what.
Yeah, you like this?
Sure do.
I mean, literally
it weighs so much too, don't it?
The most expensive exhaust this side of the Mississippi, by far. So go to tissfab.com. This is not a paid advertisement. I just like to talk about products that I get behind. And TISS Fab is sponsoring the build, so I don't know. It's not really a paid advertisement directly, but I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't believe in it, or I wouldn't use it if I don't believe in it. I do got to take a second here and give a shout out to my man Wade at Race Part Solutions. We're using his dual slip. I didn't mention it in the other video, and I got called out in the comment section. So I figured I might as well give a shout out to Wade at Race Part Solutions. I have one of these dual seal clamps on literally every car I own. So shout out to Wade at Race Part Solutions. They always take care of us as well. For all your titanium and stainless needs, go to tissfab.com, 20% off. I think what I'm gonna do is I have another 10% off code. God, look at how nice this stuff is. I have another 10% off code. I'm gonna put that in the description below. So whoever orders first, instead of getting 20% off, they could use that code to get 30% off. But only one person could use it. So whoever's first can use it. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this or not, but I'm just doing it because why not? So 30% off for the first person. Link in the description down below will take you over to TISSFab. Right below that link is going to be a code to get an additional 10% off and your 20% off if you use code LSNasty. Just use it quick. Get some teardrops, get some bullhorns. I can't weld all this titanium stuff out today because I do not have my back purge set up. Honestly, I didn't think this stuff was going to come today. I thought it was going to come next week. So on Tuesday, I have a bunch of stuff coming in to really get a back purge set up to weld everything out. But what I plan to do is just tack everything, and then it should be good to go. So we'll get the idea and the layout done, get the bumper on, get the bumper cut, and be rocking and rolling. So yeah, getting it going something like this here. Get it just like that, and then get one more 90. Hold on. What do you think? You like this?
I'm liking it. It looks good. So convenient already.
Yeah, I like getting the pre-weld. You can get them where you weld them out yourself, but honestly, the weld in titanium is really not bad, especially when you have back purge setup. I know it can be extremely intimidating, but if you can TIG weld, you can definitely weld this stuff. But I like having the prevent stuff because I'm lazy, and then I like having some of the build your own, 1D bends, and then I could just rip a pie cut out of there if I need to get just a slightly different angle. But I think on this setup here, dude, we are in there. Look at that. We're gonna clock that up to get whatever angle we need. Dude, that's
right there.
That's gonna be money. Now the only other thing is, I don't know how far out. These really don't stick out too far. Where do you think it needs to sit with inside the bumper? Like right there, so all that sticks out, or try to like walk it out so it's just the tip?
I don't know. We're used to sticking them far out there, and with that titanium there, it looks so good. I'd leave out as much as I could. Yeah. Personally.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, I think so. I've been living my whole life with it just sticking out too far, so I mean, hell, I'm used to it. Let me tell you. All right, let's get. We got to get the bumper on. We got to cut the bumper for the 4-inch because the bumper had 3-inch exhaust on there. We got our header panel on. Everything's pretty good. We're waiting on a cast 45 aluminum Vibrant 90 because this angle is pretty severe. So the cast 90 will get us a whole lot closer than anything else. And then off the cast 90, we can run a 45 right into the coupler here. This side was a little bit easier because of the outlet of the turbo. They're not mirror image turbos, but the outlet, as you can see, is a little more ergonomically friendly. This intercooler here I got off of Instagram. Someone hit me up. Badass intercooler. Total headache because it's just so large. I mean, it's big, it's efficient, but these end tanks being at that 45-degree angle pointed away is a total pain in the ass. So whoever made this intercooler, you suck. Stop doing it like this. Just go straight. But other than that, someone in China's gonna be real mad. Yeah, other than that, we really got no complaints. Just got a little bit left as far as finishing up the turbo kit, and then it's like I'm gonna start slapping some stuff together in here. Get the other seat bracket, get the Holley Terminator mounted. I'm gonna call AutoZone or Advanced Auto and get my crank sensor, my cam sensor, my oil pressure sensor. Figure out where we're gonna lay the coils. I think we're gonna do the coils on the valve covers. What do you think? Just out of simplicity, coils on the valve covers instead of relocating them and having them make custom plug wires. I think with
I mean, it's a daily.
Yeah, I mean simplicity, dude. Simplicity. So, all right. Well,
we also got the trunk too. We're gonna do the sheet metal work, right? Where you had to do surgery.
Yeah, cut a massive hole, cut the entire trunk out. Got to put that back in, and then oh my god, how can I forget to tell you guys about our fuel delivery? So, high dollar titanium exhaust shit's badass. No expense spared build, but when it comes to the fuel system, as you can tell, this thing's straight from China. Only the best for my girl here, even though it's named Hank. Genuine. Look at all this packaging, dude. Most so I got 4 of these suckers here. $51 with the bracket to hold it. So I got 4 of these. We're gonna run 1 or 2 on all the time and then have the rest come on progressively to provide enough fuel. I'm looking to make 1,000, 1,200 horsepower, somewhere in that range. I think the car will fly. But you get into like where it's a fitting nightmare where you're gonna have to like Y to Y to Y to get everything to work. So I called up my man Kevin at TK Performance. If you walk over here, you see we got kind of, this is the picture I sent him for the design layout here. Stands right here. So he's making me a -12 aluminum fuel rail. This was just one I had laying around, and we're going to use this as kind of like a fuel block. So we're going to have our fuel pump inlet 1, inlet 2, inlet 3, and inlet 4. Put a 12 AN plug on this side, and then we'll do a 12 AN reducer down to a 10 AN line, and this will be how we're going to Y or bridge all of the fuel pumps together. So instead of having, you know, 2 fuel pumps that Y together and then have another one have that line Y, you'd have 4 Ys essentially. It's just a fitting nightmare. Now we're just going to be able to kind of have everything angled where all the fuel will flow through that. Dash 10 line on E85 is plenty to fuel whatever the hell we need, so that won't be an issue. Plus I think it's going to be something cool. We're going to have like a nice aluminum fuel rail underneath the car. Everyone's going to be like, what the heck is that? And yeah, just trying to do something different. Big shout to TK Performance. We're rocking their lamb cam in this thing, so you know it's going to beat the ground, make a ton of power. And shout out to Kevin and all the guys up there. I know they're extremely busy. They're not accepting any builds unless you have a predetermined drop-off date. But over on their engineering and R&D side, which I'm thankful to be a part of, we are going to try our new Most Plus fuel rail setup. So maybe this will be a product that they sell on their website. If you want to make 1,000 horsepower for $400 of fuel system, we got it. I mean, you can't beat that. You go out there, how much you pay for your fuel system for your Coyote?
Yeah.
How much?
$2 grand.
$2 grand?
Yeah.
400
And that was
bucks.
a cheaper one. No.
400 bucks.
Yeah.
Beat it. This thing is like...
All right, shh. We're going to catch John doing a little work.
It gets sugary. Like, you can literally run your finger out and knock it off because it soaks up so much oxygen. So all I can do is just tack it.
Yeah, and then you come back with argon and cap off like aluminum foil on one side.
On both sides. And I stick it, yeah. It's different for sure.
If you put 4 tacks, you're gonna put 4 little tacks on it, and then that'll still be okay. You can weld back over that.
Yep. Big titanium welding guy. Big, like, I love burning holes in really thin material guy.
Yeah? Oh,
I
man.
panic and just throw a bunch of filler rod in it. Just like instantly dip the tungsten in it, like right out the gate. But look at this. C&J fabrication. Well, really FC&J fabrication.
FC.
It is what it is.
Is this where we tell him you did all those pie cuts?
Dude, I mean, look at that shit. I mean, this is going to look absolutely ridiculous on the car, first of all. It almost works out too good. It really does almost work out too good. So, see if I can get this on there. I don't quite have the right V-band clamp. So I had to cut this one pie cut off of the teardrop, and actually I tried to do it with a grinder first. Sparks everywhere. Would not recommend. I texted John over at TIS's Fab, and I was like, "What do you use to cut this?" And he's like, "Thor's hammer." I don't have Thor's, or I think he said Thor's hammer. Thor's something.
Hammer. Thor's hammer.
And he's like, "Just use a bandsaw." So I used a bandsaw instead of cutting right through. Chris actually held with a pair of vice grips and made the cut and then just rotated it, and we cut it right on the weld all the way across. For me, that's a very, very straight. Here, let me see this. Look at this. I mean, the gap on it is, there's not really much of a gap anywhere. So that right there is about as big as it gets. So I got like 2 spots I can knock down, and it fits good there. The only real gripe I have with it is it's super thin. So when you put it in the vise, you really can't put it in the vise because you oval it. So I get a little ovally on there. Like if you see here, I got like a little bit of overhang from where that was in the vise and this wasn't. So when it comes to like welding, because it's so thin, you really have to be a good welder, and I'm not really a good welder, so we're gonna figure it out. But we're just tacking today. We're just getting the exhaust tacked up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think David marked it right.
I got that. Very good. Hold on. I got the wrong V-band clamp here. So
Okay.
This is my fault.
Make sure that's straight.
Hold on. I gotta loosen it. I gotta get the right V-band clamp. I've been slacking.
It's your fault.
Always.
Wait,
I really wish they didn't cut the back of this bumper.
Mm-hmm. You would have been.
We're gonna have to go with a trim ring, but where's that Sharpie at?
don't let David use it.
To John Sands.
You wanna know what? Believe it or not, I think this is actually gonna work out perfect.
Mm-hmm. Here, you want me mark it on this back side, or you got it there?
Don't need that shit where we're going. Oh, this thing just melts through it.
Yeah, it is. Gonna need one of them diesel trim rings, like 5-inch.
Oh no, it's definitely gonna need like a 4.5 inch trim ring. Gotta be close.
Does anyone else think that looks like the boot from a night, like suit of armor?
What, this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's what they put on the horse's feet when they went to battle. I think I need to just make it a little bit taller.
A little bit taller. But that's getting close.
But God, I mean, if it sits like that, which I think it's gonna sit just about like that, that's just gonna be tough, dude.
Leg getter 3000.
Yeah, that shit's
2 point.
gonna be tough. Now the only thing is I took that pie cut off, so I hope our angle isn't too far down.
We can sand that, grind it down.
Oh! Messed up my paint, bro. Messed up my paint. Unreal. Unfreaking real. TISS Fab. I said I was gonna leave the discount code in the description, but I got it right here. I'll put it up on the screen. So whoever uses this first, whoever finds this and wants to go to tissfab.com and purchase some material, you can get an additional 10% off your next order with this code. It is capital RC219910. Like I said, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I'm giving you guys this code right here, and you guys can use this code to order stuff and get an additional 10% off on your order. So it's one-time use. So whoever gets it first and puts it in the cart and uses it, they get it. So you snooze, you lose. There it is right there. Dude, this TISS Fab stuff, the titanium, unreal. We were able to, like I said, I have some of the bends, the prefabricated pie cut 90s. As you can see, we are getting the second side tacked up. This is no cutting involved. This is their titanium S300 flange, their 3-4, their 4-inch 90. This is a 1.5D bend. It's sick. We did the passenger side, and it honestly looks too good. We, as in whoever's here at the shop right now today, should not be able to make exhaust this sick. We had to cut off one piece, which this one right here, you can see I have it marked where I'm going to cut. Just use a normal bandsaw and cut through that, and this one should be almost identical to the other side. But as you can see here, This thing looks absolutely just sick. And look at how the teardrop is.
Oh, we're gonna show him. We're gonna show him how to. Oh,
show him the teardrop. Give him the full tour, dude. That is unreal. That's sick. This is sick. So if you don't go to tissfab.com and order some stuff, your mom's a hoe.
What you say? What you say? I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe. But
You want to hang it? I want you to read us. You want to hang it?
your mom's a
I'll roll the meme. So now we have a little bit of cutting to do. We've really not been messing with the 90s. We can cut one of the angles off, but it really puts us at a perfect spot coming out. And if we trim this off, then we will just get, right now it comes out at a good spot, but we need to pull it in. We're an inch off, so a little bit more than an inch, I think. So we're gonna take this much off. Hopefully that sets us in the right amount. If it doesn't, I have some pie cuts to add back to what I cut off, but we're hoping we don't have to use these. We're hoping we don't have to use these. And then we'll be all right. So that's what we got going on here. I'm not gonna show you guys me cutting this with a bandsaw because it's a little bit difficult. The material is super thin, so you can't really, if you put it in a vise, you turn it into an oval. So what we've been doing, we've been tacking stuff on there, is we'll get it lined up good. As you can see, we got our markings here. We'll get it lined up good. We'll put a tack on there, and if it's kind of off a little bit, we'll get our channel locks or like a C-clamp, and we'll just put a little bit of pressure on it just to make it round, and then we'll go and put another tack on there. It's so thin, you can easily see, like I didn't do it right here, and you can kind of get off with it. And yeah, you can see where I had it in the vise a little bit too hard. But I'm learning on this stuff. But it's sick. I mean, it's so light.
What's the matter, Chris?
Chris has been walking around with this, but we take that now. We'll just weld this one out and then we'll show him before we put it on the car. Yeah. That one's just.
I was gonna say, this is a great representation of if you can TIG at home, like you have some sort of experience TIGging.
Barely any. Now, mind you, like I said, I don't have a back purge set up for this yet. I didn't expect the stuff to come in Saturday delivery, so I'm not able to weld it out. I've just tacked it up. But this is the hard part. Once you get that tacked up, you get the back purge setup going, you just burn it through and you're good to go. The only other thing that we have to do is we have to put an O2 bung in there because you want to run your O2 obviously in the exhaust post turbo. We're on a HOLLEY Terminator on this, so I don't think we're able to run 2 O2 sensors. If I had a Dominator or an HP, I would run 2 O2 sensors, being that as a twin turbo setup. But I think just one for what we're doing, for how hard we're going to push it, I think will be plenty good. So that's really the only other thing. And on TISS Fab, you can get all your bungs and everything that you need. So I already have an O2 bung for it. So all that will really be is just drilling a hole out, welding it in, and then stick the O2 in there.
I was gonna say, and for those of you that are running the Termi and you only have one O2 sensor, you can actually weld bungs on both sides and plug one so that you can swap back and forth. See if you're having issues with one bank.
Yeah. We did a thing. We did a thing. Dude, this thing is going to be absolutely insane. Super, super excited on how it worked out. Really, only had to do like minor fabrication as far as we had to make 2 cuts. We just knocked 2 pie cuts off of each side, and I think we got it at about as close as we could get it for being weekend warriors at this. So here we have it, our TISS Fab dual 4-inch titanium exhaust with teardrops, and it looks absolutely sick. We're using 6 90s, maybe like a 75 on a few of them because we cut them off, but it looks absolutely sick. Tuesday, get my
V-band clamp
regulator. No, get my regulator.
Okay.
I gotta order the correct V-band clamps right now. It's on there, but they don't fit properly, so they're just kind of like sitting above it, just holding them on. But absolutely, totally blown away by how awesome everything fits up and how easy it is to weld. Cutting it is really not that bad once it's a 2-man job. Have someone hold the end that you're cutting off with a pair of vice grips, and then you use bandsaw and cut it off, but everything looks good. Like I said, we about have everything wrapped up here, which is very exciting because once the engine bay stuff is done, everything else is going to come together really quick. I can't wait. I'm stoked. I am stoked. So if you go way far back here and look, Now the car's sitting up pretty high right now. I'll lower it. I'm gonna put a lower valence on the front bumper, but just the dual teardrops. Now they might not be perfectly symmetrical, but I'd say they're pretty close. I think the driver's side is it slightly higher than the passenger side, or is that just the car's got a flat tire, so it could be.
Here, wait, I'll fix it.
You got better eyes.
Yeah, there you go. FC, what you think? Look at this man right here.
First time building exhaust, and they let me do it out of titanium. Can you believe it? I swear. I swear.
How good does that shit look?
It looks good to me. I mean,
It looks good for my house.
I think anybody would think that would look good.
I'm really hoping. I guess it's gonna change colors. So we're gonna wipe it down before we fire it up for the first time. And they say it sounds a little bit different. I can't wait to hear it. Hopefully, it doesn't sound like a Honda. If it sounds like a Honda, we'll take it off.
No, we won't.
It
Still looks so good if it sounds like a Honda. We're keeping it.
I am. I mean, you gotta think. Some people want to give me shit that we've been like, oh, are you ever gonna get this project done? We've really been working on this thing for about 2 weeks. It took me a day and a half to gut it. Built a motor. Now, mind you, like during this, like I had to leave to go work a storm and all that stuff. And then there's a couple days where we're working on some other things here because we do have a lot of projects. So I'd say probably 12 days of working on this thing. And we got a 408 stroker in there. We got our power glide in there. We got our converter. Got our flex plate. Got all that spacing done. We got a drive shaft on order. I got a water pump coming Tuesday. We got the complete turbo kit 95% of the way done. All we have to do is build one intercooler to turbo piping, and then that's done, and put our O2 bungs in there. We got our injectors. We got our wiring. It's basic LS stuff, so a HOLLEY harness will plug right up. Then we have to wire up dome pressure sensor and boost control, trans brake and bump box. Got to mount the fuel tank, put the trunk back in it. It's pretty weird to say, but we got to put the trunk back in it, mount the fuel pumps, take it to Brown & Miller, plumb it up. Shannon's going to make me a 17-inch drag wing. I'm going to get a racecraft parachute bracket, set it up with an air launcher, put a shifter in there, air shifter, throw the belts in there, take it to TKM, get a tune-up on it.
And then probably the cookout.
And then probably the cookout. Oh, we got to do the radiator. Can't forget about the radiator on the back.
Do the trunk.
Yeah, radiator goes under the trunk, and then
Travis is going to put the trunk in since he cut all that out, right? I mean, you did go back there and
cut all that. So you're gonna replace it all?
Yeah, sure.
The trunk is professionally cut out. Massive gaping hole back there. I mean, it is.
You said weight reduction.
Weight reduction, yeah. No, the truck. This is honestly dead ass. This is what I hate about like Fox bodies, all of them. You got to cut the trunk out of all of them. When you go to strap this thing down on the trailer, when the trunk's in, or when the spare tire well is in there, you got about this much room to get under there. Now, you can like sit up underneath there, strap that thing down, and crawl out. So way more convenient. But I don't know why I even did it on this, because I'm gonna drive this bitch everywhere.
I know.
I mean, I'm literally gonna drive this to the track, bust everyone's ass, take it out to eat on the way home.
Even mine.
Even yours. No one is safe.
Bad about that.
I said, what I said 2021. I cared a lot about. Now I just don't. I don't give a damn. So everyone's just like, I just tell them how it is now.
Will this be faster than the cow?
Oh, by far.
Oh
yeah, by far. Like, shh. Well, I don't know. The cow's going from an
he
88.
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
It's okay.
The cow's going from an 88 to a 94. So that's definitely gonna have more turbo. But that's heavy. This thing is going to be a whole lot lighter. I mean, this is something that honestly, I just want to be able to take this thing to like Cars and Coffee, which is not really my scene, but pull up at Cars and Coffee, clean as hell, drag pack, big ass wing, air launcher parachute, 2 Kirky seats, and get out and just be like, God, it's a little cold here. I'm over this, and then just leave.
You forgot one of the most. You have Big Cam talking shit.
Oh yeah, Lamb Cam talking shit. I mean, this thing, it's gonna. And then when you take the hood off, and imagine if you're at a Cars and Coffee and this thing pulls up, you're like, God dang, it's a race car. I mean, dude, I figure if we got this badass shop, we got a badass race operation, I better go to these events, these like, I don't know if you do it for publicity or whatever. I mean, I really don't, I don't run a business as far as working on other people's cars, but
brand exposure.
Yeah, I mean, I firmly believe that we have some of the baddest shit around. Yeah. So might as well have a street car that's the baddest shit around.
And then when we pull into like, the True Street Daily Driver class for these little races we have with this.
Oh yeah, when they're like, a 30-mile cruise.
Yeah,
I'm like, someone else drive this thing, because I don't want to sit in this thing for a half hour. So you take it down the road.
No, the last time I took your car down the road,
careful now.
But I'll
careful
be good.
now.
I'll be happy.
But I'm super excited. I mean, this is just it's a sportier version of the cow. I like the new edge body style. It's got a Cobra front end. They look really good with the drag wing on there. And to be completely honest with you, I grew up playing Need for Speed Pro Street. I had a yellow one of these in the game. I put the the bigs and littles on it. Had the big drag wing. I go out there and bust everyone's ass. So now this is kind of like I'm getting to live out my little video game dreams, which I think is pretty cool.
You gonna have it wrap yellow?
No, it won't be yellow. I don't know. Yellow, my mom's favorite color. She had a yellow BMW back in the day. I thought it was cool, so yellow Mustang. But now I'm over the yellow. I like the orange. The gray is good.
I just figured we would have something that looked just like Phil's, but then when Phil started a race he couldn't handle, we would just
they won't even know.
They won't even know. It's like bait and switch.
Yeah, John's gonna drive. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited because this thing here, like, we haven't done many builds that were like roller to finish. Everyone's like, oh, y'all don't build shit because we get tied up doing other things, but I've really made an effort to get this thing done from start to finish, make it absolutely badass, and then I'm gonna drive it around a bunch, and it's gonna be my car, so I'm excited. Can't wait.
I sense there's a big hole in your life since you gave away the 4-door daily Reese. So I think this is something you just...
This ain't it. No. I got something else with 4 doors coming. That's all. I got something else with 4 doors coming. That's all I'm saying. Oh.